From William Merrick, sent Thursday, 5:18, to Cassandra Clark. Cadet Clark, your excellent performance throughout the Academy these past 24 months has not gone unnoticed. You have ranked in the top percentile of graduates, and it is my pleasure to offer you your first position within the DCPD. You'll be stationed at the District Crime Agency, DCA, working out of Police Plaza, as a junior detective, alongside Detective Nathaniel Houston. Further details will follow. We have no doubt you will prove to be a valuable asset to the DCPD. Best wishes, Captain William Merrick.
It's disappointing that none of us are in the camera.
You're in the camera?
Why are you not?
I've got no idea.
What's happened? You just set this up.
You sit closer.
You sit closer?
No, you sit closer.
No, because I'm already closer.
I'm already closer.
You're not in the thing.
I'm closer.
You're not in the camera.
I know, but I don't know why.
You have to sit like that now.
I'm not sitting like this.
What's the point? Turn camera off then. We're doing devices.
Settle.
Right, we're turning camera off, but we're doing
we're
voices.
just setting up the camera.
What do you always trying to set it up again?
Apparently.
Okay. We'll be started in about 3 hours. But why doesn't it show the damn preview that we can see? Because that's what we want.
Oh. Maybe we've made it too small.
Oh, it's really annoying. That's not actually what they're seeing though, is it? You can't change it, can you, from here? What if I turn it off and then on?
Turn it off and then on again?
Proper technical face. No, it's having none of it. It's literally not even coming back now.
That's why.
I did, didn't I?
No, you turned it off.
Don't tell anybody where I work. Turn off camera. I fucking turned it off and it's back on.
I know,
Bug.
it's really confusing.
Raise it. Right, look, you kind of I haven't said it. I could be a tester anyway.
Okay.
Right, so what's happening?
Apparently I have to move a little bit.
So it is catching it. Should I try? I reckon if I try and make it bigger, it's just going to literally scale it bigger and we'll both be at the outside of the thing.
Want that.
Well, we've got the pushes in the middle so they can all see you. Harnack or Chompers here. They're all here. Coddy in the shot. Kind of. We can't see it because we've got the stupid lines background. But right, let's go.
Okay, so this is a little indie murder mystery game. Did it say it was written by real crime writers?
Yeah. We looked at the review and it supposedly got like actual TV writers, you know, for like some of the generic cop stuff that we all watch and that.
For you.
It's supposed to be okay. Like it's not supposed to be like Sherlock Holmes tier where you really have to figure it out. So we'll probably, I'm definitely jinxing this now, but we'll probably fly through this.
We'll see. We're going to do episode 1 first.
So here we go.
And I'm going to be Cassandra Clare, and you're going to be...
Who's playing? You.
And you're going to be Nathaniel
Yeah.
Houston. I'm going to be Cassandra Clare.
Did you just say Whitney Houston?
No, Nathaniel Houston. Just name.
Yeah, with the worst voice acting you've ever heard.
And then there'll be ensemble cast.
And my hair stuck up really bad, like an hour.
Oh! Oh,
Oh, let's go. Okay, you can tell Cassie's getting her voice back.
yay!
I seem to be struggling a bit with the cough though.
I was dropped some. DCA headquarters, Police Plaza, 6 p.m.
So we get this top-down view. It's pretty cute. It's
Did she just float?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Introduce yourself to Nate.
Here we go.
Nate seems a bit informal, like.
The voices are not going to make any sense. We are warning you.
You must be Detective Nathaniel Houston.
And you must be lost.
Cassandra Clark. Hi.
Hi. I don't usually get visitors down here.
I've come from the academy.
It didn't work out well with last intern. Maybe ask someone from upstairs.
They didn't tell you. I'm your new partner.
Taking this very seriously, if you can tell. I don't need a partner.
I'm sure you don't. It's always good to have another pair of hands, though, isn't it?
Look, Clarissa, District Crime Agency isn't where anyone goes to start a career. This is where they bury you.
Cassandra, but call me Cass. I was top of my class with degrees in criminology and sociology.
Class, how many hours on the job? Jeez, do yourself a favour and go back upstairs and tell them wasting time and mine.
I'm sorry my presence bothers you, Detective, but I've been hand-picked for this job.
Really? Because I just walked in off the street.
I didn't come here to cause problems. I came to help. I want to learn everything there is to know.
If you really need to be here, go. Don't cause problems over there. This ain't kindergarten. I don't have time to hold hands.
That is kindergarten. They just spell it weird in America. Great. You won't need to.
Alright, we're ready for the first dialogue. We're nearly done.
How long can you keep up that accent for?
Not very long. I'm confident.
That's why I didn't put one on.
Basically. These are when I want to rotate the camera, hold LT to zoom in now. Or does it move in like quarters? Yeah. Okay, it's not bad then.
Okay, so we need to interact with the machine to access our current case.
I think it's murder mystery. Not
Murder
some sort of
mystery
weird,
machine.
not some sort of weird porno. Cassie's trying to make it sound like. It's like you get these.
It's like M&M's, but with an M.
What?
M&M's.
Right, here we go.
Okay. The Lamb and the Tiger. Choose an unlocked crime node to start an investigation.
Been marked for death. Our camera top left's gonna cross. Don't lie, we've been marked for death, haven't we?
I've seen that game.
Oh shit.
Scene 1-1. 1 of 1. Location Daniel's residence. Starting investigation.
Your mum calls in a minute, she's like, why have you been muted all this time? I swear. I'm not doing it again.
Unmuted.
Are you sure I did that once, remember? And it was bloody muted somewhere. Check. Can you hear us, Kate? Give Cassie a call if you can.
No, I'm going to call Zoe for her.
If she doesn't get a call now, I'm going to be worried.
Okay.
Oh shit. Hold on, I'm worried that she's going
It's delayed your number. And she's
I guess
playing
this
again.
must be Frank Daniels.
It is. I recognise him from the TV. Who called it in?
The neighbours said they heard a gunshot around 7:30.
She can hear us.
Yay, thank you. We're not answering, we're just going to carry on.
My mum voted him for our last local election. You know he wanted pay rises for cops.
Good night, sweet prince.
Did they give us anything else to go on?
That was it. So how about it?
How about what? Did you pick up that clue, by the way, because I missed it now?
You wanted to work at DCA. Have at it, partner. Oh.
Read the lines.
I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was just back and forth. I was like, whoever did this wasn't taught to clean up after themselves. There's a lot of potential physical evidence lying around. Okay.
Your objective is shown at the bottom of the screen. at the beginning of each case. These can be found again later. Complete objectives to go through the episode. So collect evidence and submit a murder weapon.
Okay, so all we know is he's died, because we're obviously missing things by the passage.
But also, he's a local politician.
This guy?
Yeah. So he's a local politician, wants to pay rises to cops. They heard a gunshot at 8 o'clock, so we're obviously looking for a gun. I actually did pay attention.
It looks like you can investigate the body. He's got a dot on it, like broken sword type dot.
Yeah, and it looks like it's the first place really to
I
go.
don't think it's going to be overcomplicated to start with, at least.
Let's try it from that side.
Can you not do anything?
I can rotate the room.
Maybe that's what we have to do to find it. It's kind of weird. Going well. Got this case.
Yeah, it's popped up somehow. This is the workspace, which shows you pieces of evidence gathered and links. Gathering evidence from items and suspects will help build a picture of the story. Moving and organising evidence will help you with group related elements and neaten your case. Linking related contradictory evidence can unlock new dialogues and improve your score. So I've got a crime board, basically.
You can watch videos again and then here's all the evidence you find in Frank's body.
You can watch videos again in the menu. Here's all the evidence you found on Frank's body, but before we take a closer look, let's find some more evidence. Press square to toggle between the workspace and the crime scene. Okay, so it wants us to keep looking around the crime scene first.
Looks like it could have enough to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looking at the crime board looks pretty intimidating. Let's see. Find a letter opener.
Well, that's not going to be the murder weapon because there's a bullet wound. We found a gun, that might be the murder
Jeez,
weapon.
Mama, I could have done that.
Well, you didn't.
I don't believe you, Mom.
Mum did.
Where is she? I'm going to try and get her through the camera. No! Alright.
Sorry.
She got black, so you know.
You now have enough evidence to identify the murder weapon. The icon shows unsubstantiated evidence that we may need to be supported. Highlight bullet wound and press X, then do the same over the gun to draw a link between them. Notice the red line between them.
Okay, so you just have to do that. So we've done something similar in another game. Like, it was a shotgun, but I don't know if it was...
If you make a mistake, you can break a link by pressing X on it. You should also link the shell casing to the handgun supporting evidence.
Okay. You
can organise the workspace to make it easier, to make it neater. Toggle between the link and organise mode by pressing R1. Now press a node and then place it.
Okay, so we can neaten things up. That's pretty cool.
While in organise mode, you can select multiple nodes by highlighting a node and then pressing L1 to add it to the selection.
Yeah, so it goes yellow, and you can like drag them all at once or something. It's teaching you.
Now press X on the selected nodes to move, and it will allow you to move them.
Okay. Just whatever you want, really, with this one.
And go back to the crime scene.
I have the weapon, but there's more evidence to find. Like that you can zoom in a bit as well.
Yeah. The rotate helps as well.
Is it easy not to play in?
Yeah.
Good. So we've seen other areas of the house.
Okay, you definitely have to rotate because looking out the window.
Yeah.
It's now evidence, which it wasn't before. So that was bolted shut from inside. This is obviously how they got it in. Each scene asks you to answer a series of questions related to who, what, why, where, when, and how. In this case, for instance, who is the killer? Some questions may have multiple answers. For instance, there may be 2 weapons that can be attached to a single what node. The slots show the number of expected answers. So the dot underneath are the expected answers. When you filled all the slots, use the
fast forward type button or something
to unlock. You should only submit substantiated evidence. If you're trying to submit a Y node with no supporting evidence, try linking the evidence to remove the icon. Okay. Move the cursor over the panel on the right to reveal the crime scene objective again. You can access this at any time, so it's at the bottom. To complete the crime scene, you must submit answers to any questions, who, what, where, why, when, how, that appear on the right. Press X on the what node on the right, and then the gun to link them.
Just seemed like quite a lot, actually, with the things it's just explained it, but maybe it isn't.
Notice the gun. This indicates you selected an answer. Click that to move forward. Are you sure you want to make this submission? Yeah, he was killed with the gun, not the knife. The letter opener, so yes.
Welcome to the DTA, we got 100
And you knew I was
A
because of
plus.
this.
Smashed it. We didn't fail, we didn't use a hint either.
No.
Obviously that's a tutorial.
DCA headquarters, Police Plaza, 8:30am.
I can see it getting more complicated quickly.
How long will it take the lab to check the gun for fingerprints?
Forever.
And how about testing the blood? The blood on the broken glass probably belongs to our killer.
Eternity.
So what do we do next?
I don't know. If only we had someone who was hand-picked by the Academy to help us.
Listen, you sarcastic bastard.
That's not what she says.
Alright, let's talk to his wife. I'd be keen to know where she was and when while all this was going down.
Busy at the funeral parlour right now.
How about we check out his office?
Thank God Cassandra and her top grades are here to guide us. Lead the way.
Listen,
What are you being?
I'm not having this.
Oh, I'm just reading my lines. You can't accuse the actor.
Oh, coffee.
Yes.
Much needed. It's 8:30 in the morning.
We've solved a case
Yeah.
to deserve a coffee. Holding a coffee up, real coffee.
My coffee's too far away to get.
Where, what did he call it?
I'm
When
too
you-
small to
when
reach
you-
the coffee.
when you give an actor
Method acting.
Yes. Method acting, apparently, Cotty called it.
So you're drinking coffee and being northern
Yeah.
and sarcastic.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just being
That was-
brilliant
I was
and
supposed
figuring
to be
everything out
sarcastic, it wasn't
and
actually.
attempting to reach the coffee.
They were sarcastic lines.
They were.
How's you going to play now?
Thank you.
Whilst we're both drinking.
Always, yeah. Good point. Coffee break.
Pad. Fuck off. I'm not partying on stream. Be nice. Nothing nasty.
No, I'm too far away to put the coffee down.
Go on, hold it from you. Because I don't need mine as much.
Sure. It's almond milk.
Oh. What did you say?
Almond milk.
Oh. So what we have to do now is wait for the next murder mystery or something?
Yeah, so I'm going to go to the murder mystery machine because I'm guessing that's how we travel.
Yeah, I got to a real case. The first one obviously wasn't a real case. But it did say a lot that we didn't use them, which I can see getting a bit confusing. Like,
Yeah, I think that'll be fine now. Right, scene 1 of 2. 1, 2.
You get it rated on the left as well, in case you want to do it better or something.
Location, Frank Daniel's office. Start investigation.
Also, we're back to him, are we?
Yeah,
Because
don't
we've got the
accidentally
gun.
sip that coffee, you know.
No, it's because we've got a gun. I'm going to, you know.
I know, I can see that.
Yeah.
But you're holding it like you're about to drink it.
This is-
Frank Daniel's office, State House, Midtown, 10 a.m.
So, these are the corridors of power. Not much to write home about.
At least it's not a basement.
Touche. DJ.
Find a suspect and potential motive for the murder. So there's someone sitting here. Alright, I got this. Nadine Rappenhau. Hi, I'm Detective Clark. I was told this is where I could find Frank Daniel's statue, Miss Rappenhau.
Looks really out of Dock and Sword.
Mrs. Rappenhau, hello.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Rappenhau. Please call me Nadine. Nadine, I'm very sorry for your loss. This is very confusing right now.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. It's such a shock. Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Frank Daniels? Of course, whatever I can do to help. I have no idea if those two voices are different. I don't feel like
so
they are.
confused already.
Yeah,
You can just use your normal voice for Nadine if you want.
I was using my normal voice.
You wasn't even normal voice for it.
No, for Cassandra, I was using my normal
She had a
voice.
tarty voice.
You
Watch tarty voice.
Okay.
No, I don't have a tarty voice.
Which one should I do?
I don't know. Maybe, like, maybe we can ask all whether it's a case of we have to pick. And so, what do we want to know? Do you think what'll help us? Maybe Nadine's alibi. I don't trust her.
Let's start by asking about
I
Frank.
never trust anybody in these shows.
What was Frank like as a person? Kind, kind, caring. He was an old school gentleman, holding doors open for me, you know. No one says, you know, I've stood at party.
New evidence.
He was also a workaholic. Never took a break, never out of the office, meaning I was never out of the office. How was your relationship with Frank? I've been a secretary for just over 3 years, and as far as the office is concerned, I was across everything.
Why are you doing all these facial expressions when you're literally half missing off?
As you can imagine, he was a very busy man. How's your relationship outside of the office? Detective, I barely have time to wipe my kids' noses before they go to school. Never mind socialise with my boss. Where were you last night? Am I a suspect? We're just looking to establish who was where and when. I was at home with my husband and the kids. Taco Thursday.
So who's she?
Thank you for your time, Nadine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office.
Is she a secretary or something?
Of course. If you need anything, just ask.
Secretary.
Yeah, so that's Frank Daniels' secretary. Okay, so her alibi is she was at home with the family.
That's at the top right.
It sounds like he overworked her a little bit, and she thinks he was a gentleman.
So he was shot at home? Was that his house?
Yeah. But yeah, she thinks he was a gentleman, bit of a workaholic, but yeah. Okay. We need to keep looking around, because definitely that did not give us a suspect.
Something there, the remote
Or motive.
or something. You can see what you've got to look at least from the angles we can see.
Okay, let's look at his schedule. So he's crossed off what he's done. Water treatment, ribbon cutting, black tie dinner between 7 p.m. and late. Now he didn't get there because he was shot at home at 7:30. So
before that he was doing calls.
But shouldn't he have been at the dinner at 7 p.m? So why was he still at home?
Oh!
You just drank my coffee, didn't you?
I knew that was going to happen. Just traffic. Fucking trick. Horrible, that's bloody gross. Get my little penguin cup back. That was I lost from my arm. It's not like Harlem, clearly. It's the exact same coffee and sweetener and everything, just in the different.
Yeah. I like this aspect of it. That's a good idea.
What?
The way you rotate around the room and it appears and stuff. Daniels leads in polls by Karen Whitaker. In what could be the tightest gubernatorial race, it's a made-up word, we've seen here in the decade, early polls show Frank Daniels has a favourability rating of 42% to Johnson's 41 and Herrera's 17. Obviously, because Herrera is foreign and no one apparently likes foreigners in America. If, as many commentators suspect, this becomes a two-horse race, many of Herrera's supporters will vote for Daniels. Come January, nobody should be very surprised if Daniels is being sworn in. So is he going for president? Ish.
Maybe.
Okay. Daniels has made a name for himself as the people's politician. From the beginning, the Daniels team have strived to get the message out there that he wants to govern for everyone, stating the only radical thing he wants to do is to make sure people aren't living in poverty. His moderate policy proposals have proved his tongue twister. His moderate policy proposals have proved popular on both sides of the aisle.
Poor P-words.
Although Daniels borders on vociferous whatever when asked about his views on controlling the sale of handguns in the state. Sources inside the Daniels campaign have said that he repeatedly refused to soften his stance, and that they were initially worried about his "can't make everyone happy" attitude. Ousting a sitting governor with rising approval ratings will be no mean feat, but Frank Daniels seems to be steadily proving his campaign team wrong. Okay. So there's some people angry about Daniels' view on handguns.
What was his view on handguns?
But he was leading in the poll. It sounds like he refused to, like... Let me have a look at the newspaper again. No, not me.
I just click that and view.
I think there is a way, but I don't know what the I button actually is. Keeps telling me if you press the I button, but I don't know what the I button is. There we go. Daniels borders on vociferous when asked about his views on controlling the sale of handguns. Do you know what vociferous is? Google it. Alexa, she's upstairs.
Oh. Come downstairs,
This
Alexa.
is why we need one downstairs.
She starts walking downstairs.
Alexa, what does vociferous define? Vociferous.
What if she starts walking downstairs?
Then she can go back to Amazon.
We don't know that though. We can't understand the context of that sentence.
Yeah.
So.
I've got no honey cheek.
Expressing are characterised by vehement opinions, loud and forceful. He was a vociferous opponent of the takeover. So it doesn't actually tell you.
So he was very loud about his views on handguns, but it doesn't tell me what his view was. Okay.
He refused to soften his stance though, so whatever it was.
So either he believed in handguns very forwardly, or he didn't believe in handguns very forwardly. Right, there's something on the wall over here, so...
You can talk to her again, by the way.
I will. Maybe I'm going to gather the evidence now and then go and talk to her and say, why didn't you make it to the meeting and so on? Yes, but I want to see the photo. Okay. Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. That picture over there, is that who I think it is? Yes, that's Governor Johnson. He worked very closely with Frank. It looks very friendly. How was their relationship? Detective, that photo is an exercise in public relations. Frank opposed a lot of what the Governor Johnson was proposing for the city, so they weren't exactly friends. I'd often hear Frank getting heaters on calls with the governor, but Frank had the tendency to get heaters on most calls. When you worked in politics as long as I have, you know that's all part of the process. People with egos, all thinking they know best. In all the time that you worked for Frank, did he have any enemies that you know of? Anyone out to get him, that sort of thing? No, nothing like that. Certainly no one would want to kill him, but... Frank was a politician. He had plenty of people who disagreed with him, and he more than returned the favour. For example, he was no friend to the gun lobby, yet he was against guns. What was Frank working on? Somehow, in between his work on the Water Commission, his tax policies, his support of free high school lunches, we were running a campaign. I can't believe that it's all over now. I didn't read whose line it was. Thank you for your time, Nadine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office.
Really? Nate, I'm hard at work at the back. Just doing fuck off. I'm glad I picked Nate.
I can't wait to see what second accent you call.
Well, jinx now. I'm going to be doing a full scene in a minute.
I'm pretty much out of voices now, though, so... Okay. I think we have got links now. I just want to check if there's any more evidence I can put on it.
Yeah, because you've got ratings, you must be able to get it wrong, you know.
Yeah. Do you think we should talk to Nathan and ask his opinion, or...?
No. Bookshops always have secret books you can read.
Do you know what I think? If we talk to Nathan, it'll be a hint. And I don't want to use a hint.
I'm sure it'll tell you if you can use it. Yeah, you can use it.
Yeah.
What was that on that?
It's a schedule, we've already done that.
That looks like that's it. Maybe so.
Okay.
See what Frank says anyway.
Nate.
Can you talk to him?
Okay, we're not going to read that bit because that was unimportant. Okay, right, so let's put it together then.
Let's have a look. If it's actually straightforward.
How do we get to the board? Oh, there, square.
Not use the pad.
Okay. Right.
I remember you can move things around if they're in the wrong places and stuff.
So let's link his schedule, this black tie event, to the time of death. Why wasn't he there? Right, good. Let's link the campaign photo to Governor Johnson. And let's just move that a bit closer. Let's do member of the gun lobby up here.
Link it to the D's maybe.
So I'm just going to link it here. So, get out of that view, because I was in organised view. And then...
Especially when people seem to get more evidence based on your deduction.
Will do. Daniel's leading in the polls. I'm going to link to Governor Johnson and link it to Daniel's rival. Right, we've now got more dialogue there. Nice. See if that unlocks dialogue. Because why shouldn't she have known where he was? Why was he at home when he shouldn't have been? I'm going to link this because he shouldn't have been at home. Okay, let's see what we've got. Because we've got new dialogue, so...
No, you can talk to that.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if... So she hasn't popped up, so the dialogue must be with Nate. Ready? Clearing his throat. It's an act that he's a thespian.
Oh, topping her already?
She said the shooting took place around 7:30, right?
That's what the neighbours said, yeah.
There's an event in Daniel's schedule starting at 7 last night. That means he didn't go to the event.
That's what you linked, isn't it?
I wonder why not.
Good, fine. Keep at it.
Seems like Daniels was creeping ahead in the polls. I'm guessing Governor Johnson will be privately relieved.
Are you saying Daniel's murder was politically motivated?
What? No, I just...
Think about it. Who benefits the most from this?
I've thought about this, and you're reaching, Houston. Johnson's was not taking out the competition. Was he?
We can't rule anything out.
I'm not done just yet. I need a little bit more time. Okay, so now we can start.
So we did get questions from that, but look, Daniel didn't go to the event.
There we go.
Things are popping up down here. But that's what you said, though, so you did get that right. You know, that thought of could have gone to an event if he was at home alone.
It's just you needed the vocab to link it.
You can organise the workspace to make things look, it's just telling you.
Because it's not very neat. I know, but still. Let me go back to that and just link these.
It's just politically motivated. Politically motivated would be linked to member of gun lobby. Probably. Maybe. Oh, spaghetti one! Black blue.
Okay.
That could be maybe people's politician was yeah, people's politicians are politically motivated.
Let's break some links and see again. Right, where did you want people's?
Well, I was thinking people's politician is either member of gun lobby, potentially to politically motivated. The very bottom right.
So politically motivated. Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Well, we've got more dialogues then.
Good thing.
Nadine, do you mind if I ask you more questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. You had Frank marked down for an event last night around the time of his death. It was the opening of a new water treatment plant. It's a big deal, lots of jobs. Everyone was expecting Frank there. The press, his opponents. It had been arranged weeks before. He was shot at home when he was supposed to be at the event. Do you know why he wasn't going to the show? Yes. When he left the office around 6, he told me he changed his mind about the event and was going to stay home. He said he didn't like the optics, being seen applauding the incumbent in the middle of a campaign. Did that sound believable to you? I said it myself 3 weeks ago. But it was smart of Frank to do it last minute, you know. Have people asking some questions about why Frank Daniels changed his mind about attending instead of just letting the governor pass himself on the back. Frank always had good instincts about how to steer the narrative. Did anyone else know Frank would be at home? I wasn't to answer questions from the press till after the event, and I didn't tell anyone. Thank you for your time, Nadine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office. Okay, so technically, no one else knew he was at home, because he was supposed to be at that event. Nadine said she told no one where he was. Sorry.
So the cross was wrong, was it? Did it tell you anything's wrong, like, completely?
I don't know.
So they got a question mark, told no one else down where Daniels was.
So that means Nadine was the only person technically who knew what he was.
Why? When you go to why would she know?
No.
You can probably link Governor Johnson to who? If we suspect him as the killer. It's a bit of a long shot, isn't it, to suspect him as a killer already?
It had been planned for weeks that he was going to this event, so everyone was expecting him there. The last minute he cancelled and stayed home. So the governor can't have known.
If he cancelled last minute, would that not link to the told no one else where he was? Because, well, why wouldn't... I don't know. I'm guessing we're wrong unless the guy went on top, I'm not sure.
Well, we can't leave until we've figured out these links, so I think what we need to do is actually cancel them all and then just remake them until it, you know what I mean, so that it makes sense for us. So let's cancel the red lines we put in because I think that's distracting now. The links it put in are ones because we found out that evidence from, you know, that place. Do you get what I mean? Okay. Right, so let's move. Sorry. So if I press if I go into organisation mode and then press these, I can move all these at once. Which might make it easier if I move them, say, on this side. And then if we move let's move these. No, let's leave these where they are. But let's move the Johnson ones a little bit over to this way. So that they can see them a bit better. Okay. There we go. Oh, let's move them.
You've got the top one selected, also moving that.
Oh. There we go. Right. So now let's try to make sense of it. A possible suspect. We've got members of the gun lobby, who are angry about this use on handcuffs. That's one. Daniels' arrival of Johnson, was it politically motivated? Is 2. I would say, could he have made a hit? Well, I don't think so, because he didn't know where he was.
New dialogue.
Okay, I'll have a look at that in a sec. So, I don't think he could have made a hit on him because he didn't know where he was.
Who didn't know where he was? Governor
Johnson. Because Governor Johnson was supposed to be at an event that he was expecting him to turn up to, and it was only very last minute that he didn't. I can't arrange a hit on someone if you don't know where they're going to be.
Okay, well, we've got dialogue from that, which is good. The only person who want to know on the hit,
is Nadine.
She could have assistant. She did it. Today,
So,
cue someone going to be on a book. No, I'm going to be on a book. She's hard. No, she didn't.
So, let's move this. Let's go back onto this. Let's move this one over here. And that's because I'm going to link it to this. He was expected, oh sorry, I've got to get out of organisation mode. He was expected at the event.
That makes sense.
And she told no one.
Hasn't unlocked anything but...
What's the I button? Okay.
Try the buttons in first. Maybe it's just a question mark. There's no I buttons, I don't know.
Well, at the moment, hers is unsubstantiated. Let's link it to Frank's secretary so we know who she is. And this is her alibi. But Nadine would have known Frank's schedule. And she's the only person who knew where he was.
Okay, let's go over the dialogue and see what we get now. Let's see before we... Let's back with it. Oh, that's my turn. Let's do one line. Tapping heads already.
Houston, we have a problem.
Nobody liked you at Academy, did they?
Your political motivation theories are bust. If Johnson's was expecting Daniel to be at the opening of the water treatment plant, why would he have sent a groom round to take him outside his home?
I was just checking you were paying attention. That was a little far-fetched. Maybe we need to think closer to home. Maybe see what Rapinoe knows about Frank's home life.
Honey, I'm not done just yet. I need a little bit more time.
So is that saying we made a bad connection?
No, it's saying that we did.
Governor couldn't have planned.
We did do what we said. There's no way he could have done that. So.
What if you linked it Dean's going to plan there?
No, because she could have. So.
But I'm looking at What's got me Dean? Got it.
Yeah, we're going to go back.
I've got some banter with the Dean. Just kill him.
Nadine, do you mind if I ask you some more questions? Of course, whatever I can do to help. What do you know about Frank's home life? It was just him and his wife. He wasn't one to talk about his private life very much. Frank worked a lot. Believe me, those late nights in the office can put a strain on any marriage. Define strain. More often than not, he was making an awkward call to Mrs. Daniels explaining that Frank wouldn't be home for dinner. How did Mrs. Daniels seem? Sometimes angry, like hold the phone away from my ear angry. It didn't seem like they were very happy, but I think she worried about him. She was always calling, asking where he was and when he'd be home. Thank you for your time, Nadine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office. Okay, so potentially Nadine might have told.
Got two new ones. Wife always asking where he was and negative view of Daniel's home life.
So I want to know, did she actually tell no one else? Or did she tell his wife where he was? Because she said that the wife was always asking where he was and when he'd be home for dinner and so on. So if the wife called the office to ask where he'd be home that night, and Nadine said, oh, he's cancelled the event now, then the wife would know. She said she told no one, but does that mean the wife? Okay, so back to questions. Ask about Frank's voice call. Are you sure it was only you who knew where Frank was? If his wife was always calling, asking where he was. Right. Actually, Rosemary did call asking when Frank would be home. At some time before 7 last night, I told her I didn't know and that she'd have to call Frank at home. I guess it's lucky that Rosemary wasn't home last night too.
No, she's she's lying about something.
Thank you for your time, Nazine. If you don't mind, we'll continue to look around the office. Okay, so basically the wife might have known that, the wife knew definitely he was home. So, Rosemary Daniels, wife knew he was home. Why? Because they were arguing all the time. There was a negative view of the home life. And Daniels was shot at home. So, he was a workaholic.
Rosemary Daniels was shot at home.
No, Daniels was shot at home. And the wife knew he was home. And he was a workaholic.
I don't know if that's the type of things he's looking for, but that's just
They weren't having a happy life. So... Do you think there's anything else to find, or do you think, there's another conversation?
It's the same, just do the first bit on that.
Apart from Miss Rapinoe, the only person who knew Frank was home was his wife, Rosemary Daniels. An unhappy marriage is as good a reason as any to murder someone.
Ouch. Oh, that's what makes you say that. Nice word, though. Let's wrap up here and get back to the station.
Okay. So, Rosemary Daniels, unhappily married. There we go.
The two of them, unhappily married. Probably doesn't matter about the
Okay. Right, are we ready to put in who? So the suspect we think is Rosemary Daniels.
We have to do that, we have to go to the station.
No, we have to put the links on, or it won't let us go. And the why is because they were unhappily married. So we think that's the suspect, the who, and that's the why. You can't move on until you've answered the questions.
We're not getting ahead of ourselves, are we?
No, you can't move on until you've answered the questions here, and then it'll let you.
Try. Let's go back to the station first in case.
You can't go back to the station until you've done this
Just
bit.
you said that. No, we just. Alright, wrap it up, okay. Alright, do that. I said it's the same.
Some made some deductions incorrect, so we have to be careful what the links we make. I think we probably did have the correct deductions, but I think we've made too many links.
Yeah.
And therefore it can't tell properly.
Still good. 93. We can settle with that until we know. Well, so the wife murdered him, and that's that.
No, well, that's what we think at the moment.
Okay, this bit.
DCA headquarters, Police Plaza, 11:15 p.m. I'll look into Rapinoe's alibi.
You don't believe it?
It's not really about what I believe now, is it?
Objectivity will only get you so far, Cassandra. You're going to need to listen to your gut eventually.
Cass, I may trust my gut, but I'm not sure a judge would. I mean, look at it.
There's no time to worry about Nadine Rapinoe right now, for the Lady Daniels hath returneth.
Rosemary Daniels is back.
You can question her own.
This amuses me too much.
At the end, like, when we decide our score on this game, we're not allowed to fucking include our own voices as part of that.
Personally, I feel if they recorded us, it'd do them.
Fuck.
Should we add a mod so we can use our voices?
Oh God. Possibly that, funny, to be honest.
Next scene.
So it's the same murder, but we're still like in this.
Clearly American crime, and we're standing there like, oi.
Listen, the woman has just lost her husband. What?
I know. I'll go easy on her.
Are you kidding? The opposite. They teach you that a grieving widow can't be a killer at the academy. Everyone's a suspect.
Okay. I'm just glancing around to see if there's any evidence I can pick up before I speak to her about anything for scanning today. Oh, Christ. You're going to have to do a voice. I can't talk to myself again.
You're getting whatever I go with.
It can't be northern, though, because, like,
Go on.
Nate's
Try.
Clearly, like, imported.
I don't know how, but you mean that can't be northern. I don't know any of the vices.
You can have to try.
I'm just going to do
Try Irish or something. My name's Rosemary, that's an Irish
I'm going to
name.
do another posh voice, because she's posh with your hat, like yours.
Mrs. Daniels, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know this is... You know my sex for not wearing a hat, that's a hair, don't you?
Yeah, no, I said hat on.
Okay. Mrs. Daniels, I'm sorry for your loss.
Bosh.
I know this is a hard time, but the sooner we can establish some facts surrounding Frank's death, the sooner we can find out whoever is responsible.
I just want to know what happened, and for whoever murdered Ryan to be brought to justice. That was like Go on.
I promise that myself and Detective Houston will do everything in our power to make that happen.
Definitely hit my voice. Thank you, Detective Clark.
I have a few questions.
Okay. This is going to be horrible. I'll have to do this voice for ages now.
I don't know if you've had a chance to look around, but have you noticed anything missing? Any jewellery or...
No, I don't think so. I suppose Frank interrupted them before they could take anything.
She's half scared now.
She just sounds like she's from Newcastle.
She's diverse.
Do you know if Frank had any enemies? Anyone who would want to hurt him?
No, but he seemed stressed recently, increasingly so. I asked him why, but he just put it down to work.
Frank was supposed to attend the opening of a new plant last night, but in the end he didn't go. Do you know why?
He said he changed his mind about going. Something about sticking it to Johnson. If he'd just gone to the stupid ribbon cutting, he'd still be here.
He's doing the
I know I'm
Kuno.
not trying to do anything for
You sound like the Kuno.
I'm not actually trying to do anything, I'm just trying to do it. Because I haven't proper thought of voice I'm doing anything.
Do you mind if I ask why you weren't planning to attend with him?
I don't enjoy being one of those wives who show up to decorate an arm. Frank knew how those things bored me.
You said you went out. Where are you going?
The theatre, measure for measure.
Did you go alone or...
Yes, I was alone.
Not to sound rude, but you often go to the theatre alone. Very judgmental.
As a politician's wife, you learn quickly that if you don't do some things on your own, you might never do them.
That's all for now, Mrs. Daniels. Give your voice a rest.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, well done. Okay. So, we're trying to figure out suspects and motives still. Nothing was stolen. The event had been scheduled for weeks, so Rosemary Daniels said she was alone at the theatre.
That's already linked.
Okay. So let's break that link chain then. Okay, because they're auto links. Okay, let's look around for evidence.
What is another dodgy chicken turkey thing?
It's a pheasant.
That's it.
You're a pheasant.
Okay, but I want to read them.
Can you not? It's weird. Sure, you can fucking read them all, but... Really can't do it, obviously can't read it.
Alright, so this is a ticket receipt for William Shakespeare's Measure for Measure. There's 2 tickets.
That's what I stole. Measure for measure.
Don't improv.
Why?
There's 2 tickets which she apparently went alone.
I didn't even know it was a fucking play. It's never even heard of it. Have you?
Yeah, Shakespeare.
You're like up with the Shakespeareans. That sounds like a Kardashian trip.
This is part of her alibi, so I'm going to move that up by her.
Oh, let's treat it on camera.
And that's to do with Frank, so I'm going to move them over here. Okay.
We've got flowers and some here, all sorts of stuff just.
Who does he buy flowers for? Sent by Governor Johnson.
It's got a link, so I assume so.
Okay.
It's a link that's solid, so I assume they've come from. Yeah, because Governor Johnson's probably said, "Oh, look, I'm solid."
Office party photo.
As you know,
I'm going to guess he's close to someone in that office party photo. We
Link
should
to
see Nadine there.
Rosemary, so we can ask her about it, probably.
Yeah, I'll do it up here. Just give me.
That way, innit, Rosemary?
Yeah, just give me a sec. I'm not going to do the links just yet. I'm just going to find all the evidence.
What's up?
Oh, but there's nothing else for now. I don't know why I'm allowed to click on it.
Yeah, oh, that's nothing.
Alright, let's make a couple of links then.
Wait, look, I've got a note on the floor.
Oh, that's what it was. It was behind them. I didn't realise.
Is it the wrong one?
Yeah. Okay.
Is this me?
A little something to show I want our love to last forever. Is it from Frank is the question.
I don't know.
So I'm going to put the note of flowers close together.
Well, if it's from Johnson, maybe he did it because he wanted to be with, what's her name?
The wife.
Yeah. We've seen similar things on TV before like that. We've got 2 for the Who, by the way, this one.
Yeah. Because we're going to get 2% potential suspects out of it. So let's start making links. She said she was alone at the theatre, but she purchased 2 tickets.
There you go, you can ask her straight away if you want, instead of complicating it.
The office party photo was Nadine Rappenhau in the photo. Don't know, we're going to see. Let's start with the dialogue we
Do you know where we
currently
got
got.
productions from? Do you think that's the blue links to something?
No, basically, if you look, when there's a question mark, because it's been unsubstantiated and we need evidence to support it. So until we find evidence that supports that, that question mark's going to stay.
Yeah. But at the end, when we got judged on the deductions, I'm wondering if from the blue link into something else is.
I don't know, we can have a look at it in a minute. I've got a few more questions.
Okay.
This is a nice picture of Frank.
That was taken the night he got re-elected.
You seem very happy in it.
Because I was told to. That was my role that night. Photo ops in the local press. Frank was a wonderful man with noble goals, but he was selfish in his pursuit of them. Righting the wrongs of the world was Frank's priority, but just one time I wanted it to be me.
Nice flowers. Do you know the governor personally?
No, but it was nice of the governor's office to send them along. It means a lot to know how well thought of Frank was.
His secretary mentioned that you weren't the best of friends. Did Frank ever mention any such hostility?
No, not really. Frank often avoided talking about work.
I wonder if you can clear something up for me. You went to the theatre alone, but you have a receipt for 2 tickets.
Yes. The second was for Frank, but he cancelled yesterday morning.
That's all for now, Mrs. Daniels. Okay, so Frank cancelled the theatre that morning, right? But that makes no sense, because why would Frank have gone to the theatre when he had an event scheduled for weeks?
What are you getting at, though?
So if you had an event scheduled for weeks that you were supposed to go to, you wouldn't book theatre tickets for the same night.
So you think she's lying?
Yeah, she must be. Or Frank always knew he was going to cancel that event, one or the other. Right. Now, she apparently was at that office party. She said she felt. So I'm just going to move this here. Right. The governor apparently gave them flowers, but they said that they weren't good friends. And she's saying she doesn't know the governor, do I believe her? I've got a few more questions. Okay, we haven't. The new dialogue must be with Nate.
What's up?
Something strange.
Neighbourhood.
She just told me she went alone to the theatre last night because her husband cancelled on her yesterday morning.
That is strange.
Especially since Miss Rapinoe told us they've been planning to go to the water pan thing for weeks.
And Rapinoe said he'd only cancelled last minute. Good work. Time to apply some pressure.
Apply some pressure, apply some pressure. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely think she's lying. We thought that before.
Yeah. But we don't think the second ticket was for Frank. And we're just going to move it. Don't know, but it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, that you'd buy a ticket for and you know you're supposed to be doing something else. I've got a few more questions.
Oh, it's not like
Okay.
still clearly we need to fix
Right,
that.
so,
We're not ready to go yet because that must be at the end once it says, okay, I think we're done here, you know. Need to look from Frank. Couldn't put gift note and go to the flowers.
no, the flowers are basically because he died, so they got flowers from his office, basically. Did that unlock any new dialogue?
We don't need anything, so there's no question mark.
Oh, I know. See that crumpled gift note? We can find out if it's from Frank, if it's got the same handwriting. Can't we?
We didn't get dialogue from it though.
So let me just keep doing this.
Yeah.
There we go.
I wonder if that would have come on go with it. We'll gift note one. Probably.
Whoever writes the
Frank.
same handwriting.
Because
Yeah.
that was the extension of the crumpled line anyway, so really he did the same thing.
What's up? A little something to show I want our love to last forever. Found a small gift note with that written on it. No sign of the gift, but I'm guessing diamonds, since they're forever.
From Frank Daniels.
I don't think so. The handwriting is completely different from the writing on his notebook.
Rosemary's Toy Boy, maybe. This is getting interesting.
Okay. There we go. Rosemary has a lover. There we go. So the second ticket must be for a
So
lover.
did you just get dialogue from something that didn't even have a blue thing on it? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can. So I thought they were redundant.
Well, now I've made the link that Rosemary, the second ticket wasn't for Frank, so it must have been for a lover. So now I can ask her about it. I've got a few more questions.
Okay.
Mrs. Daniels,
Yes. Is something the matter?
I have reason to believe you're not telling me the truth about who you were with last night. In order for us to do our job, we need all of the facts.
I was at the theatre. Isn't that enough?
We need to know about who you were with. Another man?
That's not against the law, is it?
Please, Mrs. Daniels.
Yes, I was with another man. I knew I'd have to tell you this.
Let's start with his name.
Jack Levinson. I'm not what you think, detective. Frank and I were more like friends. It wasn't a loveless marriage, but it was lonely. I met Jack last year at an interpretation class.
Art interpretation.
It's become something more than I intended it to. Anyway, I thought Frank was going to be at the ribbon cutting last night, so I went to the theatre with Jack. I got there early, a little after 6:30, so I just called Nadine to find out when Frank would be home. She was cryptic, so I called Frank at home and he told me he decided not to go to the event. I told him I was going to the theatre alone.
What happened next?
The play ended around 10. They said goodbye to Jack and I got a cab home. That's when I saw the police cars.
That's all for now, Mrs. Daniels.
You know.
Well done.
I say. Or you can link that straight to Rosemary, lover or whatever. It's because that's obvious now. It's a water.
Yeah, stay hydrated. Okay.
What's up?
Mrs. Daniels has finally admitted she was with someone at the theatre. Jack Levinson.
Leave her.
I think so.
You think so? Did you interrogate her at all?
She's been through a lot. How about we call the theatre and see if we can find any witnesses to place them there? We need some more informed theories.
Here's a theory. She's lying about everything. Last night, thinking the coast is clear, Jack Levinson meets her here, and when Daniel shows up unexpectedly, he gets his gun and threatens to kill them both. Levinson gets the gun from Daniels, but it goes off and Daniels goes down. Levinson gets spooked when he hears the sirens and hightails it out the window, where he cuts himself.
I mean, it's possible.
Sure, it's possible, but you want to leave and give her a chance to call Lowboy so she can warn him to get the hell out of Dodge.
Come on, I think Rosary's been through enough for one day.
You mean Mrs. Daniels? I thought I told you to not go soft on her.
I thought you were my partner, not my boss.
Not here. Me and you need to have a talk back at the station.
Okay. So possibly was Rosemary caught cheating. Okay. So it does say you can't substantiate everything, by the way.
What, meaning not all the police acted or something?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, it literally just warned me you can't substantiate everything. So I'm thinking to end it, what we actually need to do is link Jack and Rosemary to the suspects.
Because they were both.
Because they were potentially caught cheating.
But every fucking scene's got a different suspect now, though. It's getting silly.
Well, that's how crime works. So now we've got 3 suspects.
Hey. We only got one deduction wrong there. I want to know which bits it is that we're somehow linking and deducing that's actually going wrong.
It's probably I've left a link in that I didn't need or something like that.
Okay. I mean, an A's good, though, let's take it.
DCA headquarters, Police Plaza, 2 p.m.
Well, we didn't catch a killer, but I'm happy you and your new best bud, Miss Daniels, had time to hang out. What's wrong?
The woman clearly didn't kill her husband. What happened to wanting me to use my gut?
That's a perfect accent for me. Your gut's guess is only as good as facts it's based on. Your gut should have pressed her for more info.
Okay, let's stop talking about my gut for 2 seconds. Do you have a problem with me?
I have a problem with rookies screwing up. You said you wanted to learn everything there's to know, but you ignored literally the first thing I suggested you do. My years on job used to mean something around here.
You look exactly the same age. I thought I was doing the right thing. Give me another chance to...
I don't believe in second chances. After we close this, I'm asking for you to be transferred.
Harsh.
It is a bit.
Maybe that's for the best.
As if that's not enough, the lab messed up the blood. I'm surrounded by rookies.
Messed up how?
Enough to be inadmissible in court. Believe me when I say the DCPD has issues with crucial evidence slipping through its cracks. At least we got a partial print from weapon belongs to a Tammy Marden. My old CI owed me a favour. I've tracked Miss Marden down to a local bar.
I can interrogate her. I can do this.
Why do you look at me like convincing me? Whatever. If there's even a whiff of amateurishness, I'm stepping in.
I got this, but I pretend you're eating another coffee first.
You need a third coffee. Oh.
Go for it.
Do you want to put your tea on or anything, by the way?
In a minute.
Nice and cool in here. Does the coffee actually do anything? Does it buff you?
What is the I button?
I know.
That is really annoying me.
That's right, try those.
I am.
Oh, I think it just means you press into the eye on the thing, on the screen. So you press
Aye.
the cross on it. You know when there's something in the thing to interact with? Aye.
That's an exclamation mark.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No.
In this, I mean.
No.
You sure?
No. Take a sip. Have I even finished my coffee? Yeah. I can't drink that because it's just almondy air.
Is it just the phone?
Right, then I'll get back off. That's the problem with Death Church. You can't
What
go.
are you doing, Cassandra? Fucking lounging about taking shit. Get out off.
I actually can't get off.
Bug. She fallen asleep. What's happened?
Oh, she's getting up now. It's fine, it's fine.
She's probably like you like this one. I'm improvising nowadays.
Quite difficult getting onto those death chairs, like.
Bloody hell.
Okay, scene 4. Dusk Till Dawn Bar.
We've got 5 scenes in the thing. I say we do the one case, and then if you want to break, we can break. You can
Yeah.
do something else. Because they're quite long, you think, like, murders or whatever. We can always go out later if you want.
Dusk Till Dawn Bar, downtown, 3:30 p.m.
Gives our places break, that's all.
Your old CI, you trust him?
Yep.
Why'd you cut him loose?
I didn't. Cleaned up his act.
Guess they don't make lowlives like they used to.
That lowlife became a friend.
I didn't mean...
Half my cases would be turning cold now if it weren't for guys like him. Just find Tammy and find out if she shot Daniels.
Visual do have a Disco Elysium feel.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
white, but it's not bad at all. Like, there's a lot of detail in all the stuff, to be honest. You don't even need it, really.
God, this has got to be a...
Ah, crap. You people again. This is harassment. We're going
Harassment?
We're going. You're always in here shaking their clientele.
Not this time. We're looking for a woman, Tammy Marden. You know her?
What's this about?
You her lawyer?
She's over there in the...
Yeah.
Shut up. We're going with it. This is perfect. This saves Sorrow auditions for future voice acting.
Yeah. Tammy Marden is asking
We're both doing random scary rip-off things now.
Detective Clark, yeah. I don't know nothing. You don't know what we're asking yet. I know, I don't want to know what I don't know. I can't help you. You can answer my questions here, or I can take you to the station. Ask your questions. Ask about Frank Daniels. The politician, Frank Daniels, was murdered last night. I'm sorry to hear that. You seem surprised. Why wouldn't I be? What would you say if I told you that your fingerprints were on the gun that was used to shoot him? What? I'd say it'd have to be a pretty decent shot, because last night I was here from 6 till closing.
Dust all.
Fingerprints.
What? What? What's wrong? Alright. What's wrong?
It's just really clever.
What fingerprints like that?
No, from the salon.
I was going to say fingerprints like that. What from the salon?
And you don't even realise you were clever, do you?
Well, that was dust all wasn't it? The day she did.
Basically, yeah.
Well, why was that so?
Oh, it was just funny. Oh my god, just take the compliments and stuff like that.
Wasn't he stupid?
I can't
It
remember the voice of it now.
because it reminded me of the film straight away. Obviously, it's 12 to 12.
Fingerprints don't lie. Well, neither do I. Have you had a gun stolen recently? I didn't get nothing stolen from nobody. No, had anyone stolen a gun from you that you owned? No. Can you think of any other way your fingerprints might have gotten onto the murder weapon? Maybe you made a mistake. Okay. So she's defensive, but she was saying that she was in the bar all night. Right, so...
Some people are defensive just because they don't like being accused and they are innocent, but...
Right, so Tammy must link it to this, because her prints were on the gun. Right, so let's just move this up somewhere by Daniels. Let's move this over here. Okay. Oh, wait. And now, she said she was in the bar all night, so we need the bartender to corroborate the story. So let's go ask him.
Yeah, you just unlock that up on them as well. We've got to.
Okay, we'll ask the patron in a minute. Back to you.
What? Nah.
Maybe if you ditch the attitude, this would go faster.
How may I be of service?
Was Tammy here last night between 7 and 8 p.m?
Yeah. Hell, she was here all night drinking.
Can you tell me anything about Tammy?
I like to keep a little distance between myself and the clientele. Mostly due to the smell.
That's everything. Thanks for your cooperation.
Shh. Don't say cooperation so loud.
Okay.
That's it to my voice, that one.
So Tammy's alibi is confirmed.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think he's a nice man. I mean, maybe he just played the link at that point. I don't know.
Okay. Got a sec.
Who's doing the voice? It's a woman, so I'm going to flag it out to you because the other woman didn't go too well.
I don't know what voice for it.
I don't
I
know.
can't remember Tammy's now, so...
That's what he's like. He probably like. Then he spends a scene trying to get used to a voice and it changes. And
I've got all the time in the world for a pretty girl like you. Stand down, miss. This is police business. Hey, nobody's perfect. What do you know about Tammy Marden? Not much. She's in here a lot, mostly alone. I made a move one time because, you know, I gotta try, right? Not that she was interested. No, I just avoid her, which is all good, because sometimes I see it all to people that I don't want to know. Why don't you want to know these people? Because they're shady, and some of the stuff she's shifting their way is as hot as her. You feel me? Yes, I, feel you, I think. If you want to buy just about anything half price, Tammy's your girl. Thanks, that's all for now.
Just give us something.
Okay.
She's probably just going to, there you go. No, dancing good time, patron. And talkative.
Okay. Let's move this because I don't like where it is at the bottom.
she wouldn't keep giving us a sort of pop-up when we obviously know.
Yeah.
There's a way to tell her that.
But you see, it says you can't substantiate everything, so. Okay, now let's go and speak to the other patron.
We could have done full voice acting for these steps. Yeah. We should send this to them. Oh, listen. Hi, it's me, okay.
Go on.
Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
That punk behind the bar.
Jesus, I don't know my voice.
Once.
That actually really hurts my voice.
That was probably a mistake, that's why.
Back in 10 minutes.
No. Won't serve me till I burn my tab.
It's almost like the bartender, this one, but wouldn't offer. Shit.
Since when?
Bloody hell.
Okay.
Please don't talk to him again.
You see, it's a patron at the bar and he can't get served. Again, it's just about making it easier. We're just going to put all the bar people up the top.
Okay. So we know where we are.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Do you keep a list of your regular tabs behind the bar?
I don't know why you'd be interested in that, unless you're here to solve 1 or 2 robberies.
Where is it?
Besides the register, take a look if you want.
Okay, so now we can see if Frank's ever been to the bar or someone else.
Shh. Don't say cooperation, it's all that rude. Told you.
Alright, let's go to the tab. Let's have a look. Okay. Herb, Rafferty, Jake, McWoo, Tammy, Shorty, Dick, Schmitty, Russell and Bird. I'm just wondering if any of them are existing suspects and or...
Well, they said something about Tammy gets the half price and all those are crossed out, so I don't really know.
Not half price, as in she's a fence. Like, you can get anything from her half price if you want. So Tammy pays a bar tab, which means she's got money from somewhere. Oh well.
No one for stealing Tammy.
Oh well, I'm going to link this just over here and then we can do the link.
What maybe do you want to link that?
I'm just want to move it
That's
first.
a bit of amateur. How do you know if you should like
Well,
increase it to your
basically, she's known for doing fence and stolen goods. She pays a bar tab, so obviously she sold someone the handgun,
Yeah.
which means, and she got money from somewhere. That's our evidence that she might just give someone stole, the handgun. Okay. We've got no new dialogue with anyone. Not seeing any evidence against Walls or anything.
Figure something like this.
So, yeah.
Unless we go to the person by the door and take money because we can't
Nate.
see it properly. No. Yeah.
Okay.
It's I no longer owns it.
No.
I guess I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how all the boy stuff still ends up getting back to when being shot.
I think Tammy sold her gun.
We can find out who she sold it to, probably.
There we go, we got the dialogue there.
What bit did you do?
Known for fencing stolen goods, Tammy's printer on the gun.
Oh, so that's why. So now we're going to pressure her to tell us who she sold it to.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh Christ, this is me. What's the voice? Do you have more questions?
It was in progress. That's the bottom.
What do you do for a living? Would I be here in the middle of the day if I had the job? You don't sell stolen goods? They weren't able to prove that. Anyway, I don't do that anymore. You just admitted that you used to do it. I don't think you killed Frank Daniels, Tammy, but I do think you sold the gun to whoever did. Unless you can prove it, what you think is your problem. Okay.
One of these voices are people we know on the street, I think.
So she sold the gun. So who? Tammy Muldoon sold the gun.
I think it's linked anyway because it's like,
Yeah.
if you look, the red underneath it is linked to that, so I think it implies that it's part of that connection, if you know what I mean. You can do it if you want, but I think it's the same thing. And then link the sold gun to shot at home. I don't know how we link any of this pre-videos, but...
Again, we've unlocked no new dialogue.
Have we checked all the angles at all corners of the place?
Yeah.
What's a good jukebox? It's not going to be hard.
No, you'd see dots coming up.
It showed up there was an object in one angle.
No, you'd see dots coming up.
Oh, picture of jukebox. I thought it said what would jukebox.
There.
Oh.
As hidden items in episodes ago.
Trophies get played in there. I'm not sure with that. I mean,
Okay.
it could do a hint, but it'll probably read this one.
We've got the bar tab list. She's unemployed, so how does she pay a bar tab? There we go.
That makes sense. It's just sometimes it's having the information in a not cluttered mess, isn't it? Which is why it tells you so much about it. Yeah.
It looks like Tammy recently pays off her tab in one go.
Last night, so what?
Tammy told me she was now unemployed. She coming to some money.
Ah, you're asking me because you know she won't tell you.
Well,
Sorry, bartender, barfly confidentiality.
that's everything. Thanks for the cooperation. Yeah. We don't have to keep doing that.
Yeah, no, it's...
Right, so she came into some money because she sold the gun.
Yeah, there you go. So now you can talk to Tammy. What's like enjoy.
You have more questions? I saw you paid off a pretty hefty bar tab last night. So what? I thought you weren't working. I borrowed it. Save it. That money came from you selling the 9mm that killed Frank Daniels, and who knows what else. I need to know which of your friends bought it, or I'm taking you in. Guess I'm coming with you then, because I ain't no rat. I get it, you've got a rep to worry about, and what's that rep worth to you inside? A lot, man. You think my customers don't have connections inside? What is this, your first day?
Yeah.
If I give you the name of the guy I sold it to, it's not just my rep I need to worry about. Okay.
Got a few now, but...
She sold the gun to a guy. She's in contact with lowlifes. She's worried about her reputation. Okay.
I want to know why Nate's CI no longer was him as a thing. Floating around on our board. Actually wonder that, don't it? I mean, the who in this scene is obviously her, isn't it?
Might be, might not be. I think we're just, no, it's not her though. We're trying to find out who she sold the gun to. Do you know what I mean? We know she wasn't there because she got an alibi, so we know she didn't kill him. So it's who did she sell the gun
I don't
to?
understand how you'd even figure that out because, like, looking at everything else, I don't understand what makes sense.
Who's his old CI? You have more questions?
Oh.
You know, you don't have to be a rat to help us. You could be a CI. Same thing. The difference is, a CI gets paid for their info. Yeah, right. Seriously, be my CI and any charges from selling the gun that was used to murder Frank Daniels goes away. How much will they get paid? That depends on how helpful you are. You can start by giving me a name. Okay, John Riley. An associate puts us in touch. I never seen him before. That it? Tommy called me from a phone in his hotel to set up the meet. I start sticking behind him. Like, you know what I can do about who I'm doing business with? You did good. Do I get paid now? First, I need to make sure your story checks out and that you're not selling me a pack of lies. Don't go too far. Okay.
Yes, I'm still bombing up. Yeah, John Riley in the bottom. I'm addressing all the time.
Sold the gun to that guy, and we now know the who.
This John Riley. For now, at least. It doesn't mean he shot him, but he's had the gun. He could have. We're going to end up finding off he sold the gun off.
Let's just double check there's nothing else in the scene. No. Okay. Yeah.
100. A-plus.
Everything was right.
Correct deduction
Right, I need the toilet. Pause for a moment.
You're gonna miss this.
I'll read this when she's back down.
Okay, because, cast.
I'm not going to pause it because, yeah, you'll be like...
Tiny intermission.
But I think we're on the last stage of this this investigation, so it should be pretty cool.
Ow. Oh, my neck's killing.
So there's 12, I think there's 12 that's all. Maybe no, I think I'm imagining it, I think it was 9 episodes or something. I'm ready whenever you are, I'll just give you a minute if you want. Still unvoiced, but I haven't paused it or anything.
How's your eating?
I need to film the water, mine's nasty, stale. I'll put the kettle on for you in a minute as well, once you start walking around and the next bit. You ready?
Okay.
Sam is in.
Wait, wrong voice. Sam is in. We'll check out. John Riley checked into Sleepy's in the hotel on Wednesday. What's up with you?
Nothing.
Look, the transfer, there's nothing personal. I just work better.
I'm thinking about Rosemary Daniels. In the same day as I promised her we'd bring her husband's killer to justice, I told the woman who supplied the murder weapon she could get a free pass.
Oh, sorry. We let Tammy off the hook now. Maybe one day she gave us a tip that helps us actually prevent another Miss Daniels losing her husband. But we don't know Tammy squat. You're right. She's a criminal. You need to decide if you want to arrest her. It's your call.
This is going to matter in future cases.
I'm not saying anything. This is your call, so I'm not getting involved.
So I reckon this is going to matter in future cases. And
What's the arrest part? Is the arrest because she's
supplying the gun,
So the
stolen weapon. I don't know if it goes down as that, but she would sort of supply the stolen goods. So we'd be arresting her for that. But at the same time, She now speaks to loads of criminals so we can get more information in future cases.
I think.
However, she is a criminal.
I think we keep her as a CI for future cases, to be honest.
Okay. Let's hang on to her as a CI for now. Like you say, she might be useful. Is that the right thing to do?
Sometimes there is no right thing. It's time to pay a visit to John Riley.
Okay. I'm not going to sit down this time because I don't think she'll get back up. Scene 5, Sleep Easy Motel.
I'll just do the intro with the voice with you, and then once you get in the scene, I'll go and put your tea on, and I need some drinks myself. So
Okay.
I'm not going to have a third coffee or anything, I'm going to have something else.
I want a cherry tea. I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're not going back to IKEA. I'm not going anywhere near IKEA. I'll order it offline.
Kate, we need cushions from IKEA.
No. You want to lead?
You've come this far. You might as well see the case through to end.
Yeah.
Good luck with your new voices.
No, you're gonna. What?
Oh my god, there's a man there. No, don't let me do the man voice.
Right, I'll try. I'll try.
No, I can try it. I just need to get us some drinks on. Are you done yet?
Yeah.
I think you've got half a cup of foam left. How dare you?
Can't drink the aerator's air.
I know, I sometimes.
The aerator's air. The aerator's almond.
Why the brush like bringing over the side like it's asking it to do?
I don't know. Put it back in its position.
Where's that come from?
I told you if you put everything back neatly where it goes, then it's easy.
Right, I'm going to put the dishwasher on by the way because the wash is finished. And yes, we need a new washing, but I'd rather get that done as well.
Alright, but like, wait to put the dishwasher on until TV. And lunch. Because there's loads of space.
Is there? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. What about it?
Adulting!
Cherry.
Cherry. It's a very long interlude. Because I don't really want to read out the next character without waiting here to hear the results, otherwise I'm not going to know. Not going to know. That's going to be one of the other voices later. Oh no, we kept Sammy as a CI and I'm going to have to keep doing a voice.
What on earth are you yelling? I can't hear anything in here. I can just hear you yelling.
I've kept Tammy as a CI and now I'm going to have to do a voice again.
You should have got rid of us because of
I
that.
know. It's alright, she's got Eleanor Neal voice, so I just keep practicing that.
It's like sweet when you think big ring on go.
6.
Is that all you want, yeah?
Please.
Shall I put a couple of cans in the fridge after or anything?
Yeah, sure.
Right, I'm going to put different cheap writing. Just like the fridge is stocked with anything needs to be noise. £12.50 this game, by the way, what about it?
Good.
Well worth it, right?
Yeah.
So far, looks pretty cool.
We've had fun.
Yeah, well, even if you're wearing stupid, I think it's pretty cool anyway. Like, it's
Yeah.
not, you know, it's not absurd in some of the connections. It's not too obscure. Usually it makes sense what you connected. You just have to think about it, don't you?
Yeah, the writing's reasonable as well.
It is. It's not something that's like going to blow our mind, I don't think, but it's not exactly completely too easy or anything. Right, you've got to watch all the blood crimson. You've got to watch all the crimson blood pour out the
Oh, thank you.
I'm not doing it yet for some reason. Have you given me the right tea?
Cherry.
Why is it not bleeding?
It will.
Real confused. Sounds like killing people, put it on stream. Why is it not?
She's making a herbal tea.
Why is it not bleeding? That's it from now on. I'm changing my life, but it's been Nate. Nate the detective. New career change.
Right. There we go. I'll leave the bathroom in a minute.
Okay.
Just carry on.
Right, there we go.
Are you doing John Riley or am I?
Thanks for letting us look around, Mr. Riley. The manager said you were asking everyone in the building. You better not be in it again.
Christ.
I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions. Okay. Do you know a man named Frank Daniels? No. Why?
That was me without the voice. Which kind of like that.
You sound sure. You don't know anyone called Mr. Daniels or Frank? No. What's this about? Frank Daniels was shot at his home last night. I don't know nothing about that. Why are you asking me? Somebody made a call from the payphone downstairs to someone with a connection to the murder weapon. Sounds kind of vague. That's why we appreciate any help you can give us. No idea. Sorry. What's the reason for your stay here? I just wanted to get away for a couple of days.
This is the guy that's got the gun, isn't it?
Yeah. Where were you last night between the hours of 7 p.m. and 11 p.m? Alone? Just me and the pay-per-view.
Okay.
Go anyway. I know. Okay. Right, firstly, there's blood on the glass in the home, and he has a bandage down.
Yeah. I mean, you see what else we can... If you think there's any other links just yet, Riley's prints on the weapon needs links to something. Why has he not got prints on the weapon? Has he just used gloves maybe or something?
We don't know, but he supposedly bought the handgun, but his prints weren't on it, so...
Has he admitted anything at all to this gun?
No.
Have you even asked him about the gun yet?
No, not yet.
Because we don't want to let him know.
But let's start by gathering evidence, so...
What's up?
I think underneath that bandage arm is a nasty cut from the window of the Daniels residence.
I think so too. So he breaks the window to get in. Maybe thinking the ghost is clear for a quick burglary, cuts himself on the way in, and more likely making a hasty exit out window. Even if the lab hadn't tainted blood taken from the scene, GI's lawyers could try and argue that he broke in earlier in the day before Daniels was killed.
You're kidding!
I've seen criminals walk with more compelling evidence hanging over them. We need to prove he broke in when Daniels was home. Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Why do you pull your face?
No, like,
Oh.
I was being in character.
Oh. Well, that was mine.
I was reacting.
Oh, okay.
It's acting. Called theatre. It's all. Right, gas station receipt, timestamped at 7:06. He said he was home in his room all night, so why is the receipt timestamped at 7:06?
I'm deducing.
Mummy is Tim.
He was taking the front seat here just to figure it out and help us to do stuff.
From Parnaparo.
You don't have your touch to prove.
Oh.
What's that?
His bags are packed.
So Riley broke in with a gun. Into where?
Do you think into the property? Into the Daniels place?
So is it just coincidence he broke in when he was killed, basically? Is that
Well, what the other one's saying is, if you can't prove he was there at the exact time,
what they say? Trash.
black gloves and trash.
Yeah, that's why he's
Gloves,
link him straight
prints
in.
not on the weapon.
Boom. We got him. He's done it. Let's go. If you linked in now, you'd be at 20%.
Jesus, babe. Yeah,
Now we know
found
it.
more evidence.
I want to be a liar. I'd be good at this. I'm like, got this crap piece of evidence. He's done it. Accuse him. 10 years in prison. Stitching kit for his bandage. Wherever his bandage is. Link that to the bandage now.
I will know.
Yeah, there we go. Got a couple of dialogues now. Sing and weird. The blood, maybe.
Possibly.
Have we got an iron with blood on glass? No, we don't. How weird is that? Keep all that for now, but that feels like it needs linking something, but the context of just sink is a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Maybe talk to Nate first in case we get another piece for him.
packed bags
Yeah.
and away for a couple of days.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk to Nick first.
What's up?
Found a pair of perfectly good black leather gloves in the trash. Wet, so anything even remotely useful will have probably been washed off.
That's why his prints weren't on the gun.
I know. We can keep looking, but I doubt we'll find anything physical to connect Riley to the gun.
We know hard evidence, all we've got is Tammy's account of JR buying the gun from him.
I found a receipt. Riley brought gas and a cup of coffee. It was after 7 last night from a gas station that isn't far from Daniel's residence.
That proves that he lied about being here all night, but that alone wouldn't be enough to get a conviction. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, so the gas station receipt.
We've got new things popping up on the right. Tammy buying an account of Riley buying the gun.
So the gas station receipt, potentially we can link to our home. Because it was close to his home.
Sink's a weird one, just floating on its own. It's weird, what is... I feel like that's going to unlock something, but I don't understand what the sink is about. Sink, wet, gloves. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going to move it over here.
Oh, they need to get the gloves. Because the gloves
Okay, I'm going to move it here, and there's a reason.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to see if we can get physical evidence from the sink. Okay, nothing popped up with it.
I thought because they were wet when he took them out, maybe, but... don't know.
Dance on camera. It's a child. With the internet. Like and subscribe.
Okay, let's go talk to him.
Give us all the money on Patreon if you like this stream.
Patreon, not patron.
Shh. Jive.
There you drive. Something else. Yeah. What happened to your arm? Cut it up on a fence. Cut right through the sleeve of my jacket. When was this? Yesterday. In the morning. Looks to me like you stitched it up yourself. Why don't you go to a hospital? Besides American prices.
Probably saying that now. There you go.
I can't afford the hospital bills. Looks like you're all packed up and ready to go. Yeah, I need to get home. That's a lot of baggage for a couple of days. Got a lot of shoes. Wasn't sure how long I'd be away for. Okay. So he doesn't have much money, so maybe that's why it's an opportunistic burglary.
Is that what just pops up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing else new pops up.
I think we need to potentially look around a little bit more. Either that or make some more connections.
We'll just turn it a few times and if we can't see anything on it, whatever. Yeah, you could be right. By the side of the bed on the right stand or anything. The shoe box. It's just a stitching, yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Can't understand other than it being wet when you pull it out what the sink could have to be really. Because you can't actually see what she's looking at.
Right, the sink being wet, it's gonna have to do with washing it away, isn't it?
When the president's getting ready, he's on his way.
Stop asking for presents.
Consent. Plus Abe. Can't see that he does behave. Sort of. That is not. Get revenge on him. In fact, the 9mm, I'm going to talk to shop at home done. Are we at a point where we can actually finish it? Is that why he says
No,
it's
I'm just
wrapped it
having
up?
a look.
He might be.
No, because he said it a couple of times.
But what if that's when you can move on? Well, we found a bit more, but... I mean, obviously the gun was
And the why is the opportunistic burglary, because he didn't have much money.
Yes.
So that's all we've got from
If you
here.
actually look, though, look.
Yeah,
I've got the question mark, so it shows that that fits into a Y. You see on the icon?
yeah.
Don't see how else it could be different at this point. We haven't had anything to suggest.
That's all we've got.
We haven't had anything to suggest, and we've got nothing else in the scene makes sense about opportunity. We haven't got any other opportunities to hold. So unless we're missing a connection, let me dialogue.
The woman said nothing was stolen.
Let's have a look.
Rosemary Daniels said nothing was stolen. Any two-bit lawyer would have our burglary motive laughed out of court.
What are you thinking?
Could have been a contract killing?
You think GR seems smart enough for that kind of work?
Maybe not. But could be the contractee isn't too bright-eyed then, paid Riley to carry out a hit on Frank Daniels.
Let's wrap this up.
Okay, that's perfect, because that motive doesn't really fit.
Very
So, doesn't have much money. Thinks better to...
good though, because if we hadn't found that, we would have just gone through it. But we could still be wrong. Well, what if that's wrong? Paid to murder Frank Daniels.
I need to unlink this, but it's an answer.
A circle on it maybe or something?
No.
Maybe just overwrite it by linking and dragging the other one over.
I can't find anything suggesting Riley was paid to kill Frank Daniels. The guy's clearly broke.
Wait. Now we know that. Have a look at the other round. Maybe
Okay.
something else suggests that.
So, we have Tammy linking the gun to Riley.
She'll never testify in court.
We can guess that a blood test will prove JR cut his arm breaking into the Daniels' home.
But won't prove when he broke it.
And the gas station receipt can place him near the scene of the crime at the right time.
Which only really proves he lied about where he was.
But we could check the gas station security cameras. If the sleeve of his jacket isn't ripped before 7 p.m.
Then he has to have cut himself on broken window when Daniels was home. It's good, but it's a big if.
Yeah, not a slam dunk. Give me a minute, I want to try talking to him.
That's where you find out. See if we can find out for sure one way or another.
Okay.
So it's basically a toss up now, as if before. Oh no, we've got fucking wrong. Gas station security camera. So it's free footage just needs to link into Riley and then we need to talk to him. There's no issue with these. Maybe you don't want to do it.
Let's try talking to him. Something else. Yeah. Mr. Riley, are you sure there's nothing you want to tell us? What war? Like you brought a 9mm a couple of days ago and used it to murder Frank Daniels? Alright, I'm done answering questions. I want a lawyer. And I'm done asking you. Here's what's going to happen next, John. We're arresting you for the murder of Frank Daniels. A blood sample will prove you were at the scene of the crime, and a witness has placed you downtown buying the gun from a known fence. No, I didn't go downtown. How could they have seen me with her? Her? I didn't say it was a woman. Him or her. Popular politicians, like Frank Daniels, probably had friends in the judicial system. Premeditated murder? I'd say you're probably going away for the rest of your life.
Don't get it, GR. You don't seem like a contract killing type to me.
I'm not. Prove it. Otherwise, we can't help you on your day in court. It wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be at some party for the opening of the new plant. I thought the place was empty, I swear. I was just going to boost some cash, some stuff for cash, but he came into the room before I had the chance. I didn't want to kill him, he just came at me, I had no choice.
Cuff this guy so we can get out of this dump.
You know it was an accident, right? That'll count for something.
So we did.
It's not me you have to convince anymore. Okay. Reddy would be at the event. John Riley's confession, planned burglary.
So we could have ended that early, though. We acted in that bit. And then
Yeah, we would have been wrong.
Oh, okay, well, Reed Daniels would be at events above John Riley. That popped up too.
Okay, I'll miss that.
I don't know if he needs to go anywhere. You see, just above John Riley. Literally right there. Yeah. That was a new thing. And we drag Riley in, yeah, he's definitely a good money.
Yeah.
What is obviously the goal. So unless we've got a deduction wrong, we should be doing that.
Yeah, I think we're right.
Deduction wrong, but that's still good.
Only one. Ow. Third case, solved. DCA headquarters, Police Plaza, 11 PM.
Well, you solved your first murder, had your first morally dubious call, but your first scumbag engaged. How's it feel, partner?
Honestly, pretty damn good.
Yay!
Wait, did you say partner?
If you think you can handle it.
Handle you mean? What happened to I don't believe in second chances?
I don't. But I realise I never really give you a first chance. What do you say, Cassandra?
Maybe if you drop the Cassandra and call me Cass.
I don't know about...
Phone ringing.
I'll do Captain's voice.
Go on.
Houston! Captain, this is Detective Clark. Oh, go on. Oh, fucking hell, I'm doing two voices now. Detective, please inform Detective Houston that his ex-partner Lou LaPaglia has been murdered.
I feel like the names are wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
on this bit, you mean?
Yeah, this is supposed to be the captain.
Oh, I'm confused now.
Wrong nameplates.
You sure?
Yeah, because why would the captain be asking me to inform Nate?
Okay, what was the voice I just did? What was
It
it?
sounded like Mr. Birdseye.
What's that?
Captain, it sounded like the Colonel. He makes fried chicken.
Please
Yeah.
inform Detective Houston that his ex-partner Lou LaPaglia has been murdered.
Oh no!
What's happened?
Okay, so the additional information, we didn't arrest Tammy. That's going to have an impact later.
Yeah, don't be like it.
Incredible job. You're a valuable member of the DCA. Okay, we've got Detective Frank A.
We were only a couple, like literally like one or two things that were
Off the rank plus, yeah, A
Plus
plus.
replay it frame. If there's a show. Episode 1 complete.
Episode 1 complete.
No, we're stopping for a break.
Teamwork.
Would you like to actually do another episode of what I don't care? It's funny hard talk. It's happened, but still nice. Okay, it's up to you. That's a pretty good game.
Yeah,
Be fun. Do you reckon we can get more complicated?
probably.
And just a different case, but the same idea.
Well,
Sounds
I'm
good.
hungry, but not hungry enough to stop yet. So should we play for... That took about an hour. So should we do another hour and then we'll have lunch?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm having noodles. What are you having? I don't like that. You are fed. I made you a toasty this
Let it be
morning.
known I'm not fed.
I made you a toasty.
Suffering. Withering away.
Yesterday I made you a special omelette. The Forest of the Night.
Episode 2.
Wait, no. We have to change the broadcast.
Why? Okay, we're just going to rebroadcast and call it episode 2, I think.
Yeah.
Because these are auditions
Yeah.
for future careers.
So we'll be back in a bit.
Clearly.
How do I do it?
Press your share button.
Oh, wrong button.
And then you just go to the broadcast and press start.
Okay, we've been playing for 2 hours.